Good morning, good afternoon and good evening YouTube. What's going on? It's your boy Joey Does Tech and welcome back to another video. In today's one we're going to be replacing the bottom screen of a Nintendo DS Lite, but with a twist. And here we have it. Here's the twist. It's literally a different camera angle, but I thought, you know what? Let's try and step it up a little bit. And the way I could do that was buy a little tripod for my phone that can hopefully get the better bits of detail. Now, I don't know how well you guys can see, but that's a little bit of gunk that came with the DS, fresh from the cellar. So yeah, it's just a different perspective, different angle for what you guys can see than what you're normally used to, which is the top down. But in this video, we're going to be using a mix of top down and the phone to get the little detail shots. Quite a tidy little DS. There's not much wear and tear whatsoever. The only issue that we currently have is when I turn it on, the bottom screen is a little bit foobar. So the touchscreen just about works, like very, very slightly. You have to press quite hard. And it's, you know, comparing it to the top one. The top one's absolutely fine. I've done a repair on this before and you can find the link for that in the description. But when it comes to the bottom one, it's all skew whiff. So that's what we're going to be replacing in today's video. So basic tools required for this. My trusty toolkit, which includes the screwdriver to take the screws out. A pair of tweezers, which actually I need to get some ceramic ones. And my trusty spludger tool thing. And here we also have the replacement screen, which comes with a layer of protective film. First time doing this, don't really know what I'm doing. I don't have a Scooby, but I'm guessing it's pretty similar to the top side. I will be watching a video on how to do it, and you guys are just going to see it from a beginner's perspective. I wonder how much these gloves are going for at the moment because of Corona. Let's get into it. First things first, we're going to take the battery out. We'll take out the slot on the bottom, as well as the stylus. Personal preference. We're also going to remove the two rubber things on the back. I've been growing my nails recently, so it's a lot easier. See, there's a sticker covering one of the screws. Interesting. Is that just going to bypass what I've got in there, perhaps? I mean, or we could just do that. Yeah. Just take that out. So we're basically just unscrewing everything that we got on the back with, this is the Phillips screwdriver that we're using, the Phillips head. In all honesty, half the battle is trying to remember what screw goes where. So you can, if you want to, lay it out on your mat to determine what screw goes in which hole. Now for me, I just know that the golden ones I have here go in the top. That one does not want to come out, man. There she goes. And the last screw that we have to take out is another Phillips one, and that's the cartridge one. And then the back of the DS should just lift up. However, we're not going to force it, so instead, we're going to use our guitar picks just to go around the edges. Now be really careful, because what I found when opening my first DS is that the L and the R can fling off. So just be really careful about that. Now I'm not going to lie to you guys, but this, for whatever reason, the back just isn't coming off at all. So I've loosened up this part so it comes out. This part's loose. The top's loose, like really, really loose. And as we go around, this part's loose, except for this bit down here. But whenever I go to try and pry that open, it just doesn't feel right. Something's not sitting right. Something's just clicked, but I don't know what. I don't know if it was adhesive that was holding it down, but that didn't feel right. Is anyone in the comments able to tell me if they think this has been repaired or because I don't know what this sticky tape is. I've got no Scooby, but getting that case off was horrific. Honestly, felt like I was really, really breaking it, which isn't ideal. So anyway, we'll carry on. But that was a very, very messy taking apart. I mean, as you can see as well from the RB and the LB, like the springs were coming unattached and everything. So we'll continue to take it apart. So this is the motherboard screw now that we need to take off. Put that on its own in the middle. Now we actually need to focus on taking the motherboard out. What we're also going to do is take this little bit of sticky tape off and disconnect the antenna and the microphone. I've just disconnected the microphone, which is this one that you can see here. This one's now been taken off. And now what we need to do is disconnect the, I'm pretty sure this is the antenna. See if I can just pry that upwards, maybe. There we go. Maybe a little bit aggressive, that one. Maybe I shouldn't have been as aggressive, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the antenna one. And then we're just going to really quickly remove this sticky tape because I don't know why that's there. Could be an underlying reason that I just have no idea about. And I could be really messing this up, but why not? Repairs. Okay, and now for obviously the lovely bit, which is to feed the cable through. Again, is one of the most trickiest parts about the whole thing, is getting it back. So not exactly on this stage, but we're talking about reassembling. We spent a long time trying to do this last time. So it's something that we're aiming to nail this time. So that wasn't too bad, that was okay. Now I'm pretty sure if we just open up the screen very slowly, we're then going to push from the other side. This will release the motherboard and we can then flip it over, okay, very slowly. Now the next thing we're going to do, because all we want to be doing is focusing on this motherboard rather than having the case and everything else attached, is we're going to remove the ribbon cable that you see here. And to do this, you should just need to flick up and slowly pull it out. Just by untouching it. Give it a little bit of a wiggle. Nothing too hectic. And there we go. Now you can see the ribbon cable is a little bit bent, but I think that's okay. I don't know if you can see there, but just only like ever so slightly. And now we focus on replacing the screen. Okay, so now we have to deal with the ribbon cables. There is a small one that's on the back here. And if we turn it around, you should be able to see another ribbon cable, which is slightly bigger, a lot bigger, should I say, on the front. It's recommended in the video to remove the smaller one on the back first. So, where's... Oh, there it is. Okay, fine. Yep. Found it. It's a very, very small ribbon cable that we need to remove. Now, the advice on the video is to get some tweezers or pliers or something and do it directly from the top and just simply flip it open. And we've done it. That doesn't happen. That's not a one-time thing. So happy days. And then all we need to do is slowly pull the ribbon cable out very gently. I don't think I should be using... well, I'm not going to be using that screen, am I? So, or no, that's the LCD, I think. I believe that's the LCD. So that's still really, really important. When I say LCD, I mean touchscreen. I don't know what I'm talking about. Then we turn it over, quite simply, and remove this ribbon cable. Now this should be slightly easier. We just fat fingernail, pry it open. I believe I've done it because I heard it click. And then if we look up, we can see it's now open. And again, we just very slowly and gently, with care and love, take that off. And there we go. And as you can see, this is the old LCD screen. This is the old ribbon cable. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I don't know if that's like slight, ever so slight damage on that ribbon cable. I don't know if it's just like finger marks or whether there's actual damage. I mean, if I lift it up to the camera a little bit, I don't know if that's damaged or not. I can see a little bit of rust. I can see a tiny bit of rust. Maybe that's the cause. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I find it incredibly hard to pick up focus on what I need to talk about next. So I'm going to try and describe it as best I can. Now I need to grab my little knife that I've got here and separate the touchscreen from the LCD panel. Now from what I can see in the video, there's a little thick bit of glass that I can see, and I think that is what I'm supposed to be removing. Now I don't know if that's the case, and I could be completely messing up the screen here, but we take chances, because if it breaks, we'll fix it again. So I don't know what I've done, and I don't think this is going to work, guys, because I think this adhesive is meant to come off as well. Again, I could be completely wrong. We could still have a working one. However, it's completely foobar. Like, this whole thing is just not sticky in the slightest. We'll try it. And what is all that? What is all that gunk, by the way? What is that? Corona. Bro, this DS had a serious case of dandruff, by the way. How on earth am I meant to attach that to the other screen? Is this meant to be adhesive that was meant to be taken off after a screen replacement or what? What is that? I feel like I'm inhaling dandruff, bro. I mean, come on. It's not double-sided sticky in any way, shape or form, but dude, like at all. I'll be right back while I just deep clean my desk. The issue that we're going to have is that I don't have any adhesive whatsoever. So this is going to be fun. So I'm going to remove the tape on here. Now, people are going to kill me for doing this. I'm just going to ever so gently try. I don't know if this comes with a protective film. What do you guys think? Definitely had this battle last time, and I think you can see around the corners, there is definitely a layer of protective film, right? 100%. Definitely not protective film. Definitely not protective film. That is not wanting to come up. Surely it's protective film. Surely. Really isn't, you know. Honestly isn't. I don't know how. That's not a protective film. Nah, it's got to be. Has to be. Do you know what? I'm not going to chance it, you know. I'm not going to chance it. Now for another fun part. I'm going to see if I can get this white bit off the old screen so that we can put that on the new one. But I don't think that's going to come off in any way. Oh, I lied. Okay, I've just made that up completely, by the way. I've seen this. This little bit of tape on the back came off with it, so I'm going to put this back on now as well. I don't know if it's meant to go on at all, but we don't want it sticking to the motherboard, so we're going to place that on. I've just transferred it from the old screen. The guy in the video said that you should have a repair kit for this, but again, I'm just kind of making it up as I go along. I have no idea, like, what I'm doing. Apparently, this is to insulate the back, because if you don't end up having this, then it can blow a fuse on the motherboard. So this is to insulate the screen itself. I've got a feeling I'm going to have a real tough job not having adhesive on this bit. And again, this is going to jiggle about all over the place because we don't have that adhesive. And this is going to be a horrendous job. Horrendous job. I can already tell. So we're going to slide this ribbon cable back in. Which should be fairly easy. Fairly easy. I'm just going to use my tweezers to try and edge this in. That's probably gone as much as it can, so I'm kind of happy with that. I think that's okay. So this is going to be hanging on, right, by a ribbon cable. And we're going to see if we can do it, because why not? Honestly, don't know. Genuinely not a Scooby on how I'm going to do this. Clip, stay up. You're staying up, bro. You're staying up. You've had a good night. You're staying up. Ribbon cable, you're coming with me. And you're just going to simply... Notice how I say simply, by the way. It's like playing a game of Operation. You're just simply going to slide in. You've had a good night out as well, but you want to go home now and you want to be tucked into your little bed. Alright? Tucked into your little bed. And then the clip is going to just finish your tucking in. And I think, by the way, that's kind of okay. I don't know. I don't know if that's fully in or not. There's no pin shown on the other side, which is kind of good. So I'm going to put that back like that. And we're going to see what to do next. I really do not condone doing this without the adhesive. It was a stupid idea to carry on. But like I said, I'm committed. Okay, now we need to do the most difficult part that I found on the last one. This is the one where people just used to talk about how easy it was. Like the YouTube video that I watched for doing the other one was like, oh, you just slide it in. No worries whatsoever. It's just coming apart. Of course it is. Yeah, come apart. Keep coming apart. I'm just going to slowly rotate. Please don't fall out. Please don't fall out. Please don't fall out. I'm going to see if I can use the tweezers to just make sure this is in properly. I had this one before where it didn't work. So I'm quite paranoid about this one not working. And I actually had to live stream the fix last time. And Elliot managed to help me. I think that's better. I knew it wasn't quite in, man. I knew it wasn't quite in. And we calm ourselves. Whoosah. Whoosah. Thing is, right, I don't even know if this is going to work. So me trying to be real calm at this stage is tough. But we have to have patience. We have to have patience. Sweating. Absolutely sweating. I still don't think it's in properly, but I'm gonna try it. I don't think that's in properly. And if it doesn't turn on, we know what's wrong with it, all right? So first of all, we're gonna put the screw back into the motherboard just to make it that a little bit more secure. Now the battles continue with these wires, trying to put them in. This one should just fold over nicely and click in, I hope, without any issues. This one seems a bit long. That one's in nice and secure. And then we also need to, okay, so this is the pain, right? Is threading this wire through the cartridge, out the other side, and onto this little hook here. Now the best way to do it, from what I found last time, I still don't think that ribbon cable is attached properly. And if I have to remove this, I'm going to be fuming with myself, completely with myself. This is one of the toughest games on the Nintendo DS Lite. Go on then, my son. You're so close, bro. Where are you? Oh my God, I see you. I see you. I see you. You're in the complete wrong part. There you are. Go on then. I got it. Okay. Nice. Easy as that. Look at that. Don't leave me now. Don't leave me now. I need to move this out of the way. Don't leave me now. Stay with me. Stay with me. There she is. Good stuff. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Now we're going to go ahead and put the R and L buttons back on. I'm excited to see what happens. Okay, I think we're good. And when I say good, L and R work and everything seems to be pretty flush. So I'm just going to put the screws back in and see what happens, I guess. Now, I'm not being funny. If this does work, I will feel like I've cheated the system 100%. Now, for my own sake of mind, I'm going to put everything back in because I don't know why I feel like it might just help me that little bit more. The screen isn't in with adhesive properly, so that is going to be an issue. The buttons are all back as normal. Is this going to work? I mean, it's pretty clean, the screen, that is. Let me just give the quick one a dust before I turn it on. I don't want to turn it on, man. I do not want to turn this on one bit. And I don't think, because the adhesive's not on, I don't think the touchscreen is going to work too well. So we'll see what happens, right? Here we go. Moment of truth. So we had this error before. Exact same one. We know straight away what that means. Ribbon cable's not in properly for the top screen. And now what you see is a picture of my face. I went off for a little bit, I chilled out, I relaxed. And then I managed to take apart the DS one more time, just double check the ribbon cable to see if it was the same problem as what we had before. And it was. So that ribbon cable is going to be the death of me. So here we have it. A fully working Nintendo DS Lite. I have tested it off camera, but if we can turn it on. There we go. Absolutely fine. See if we can angle this right. I mean, the only issue that we seem to have is where the bottom screen, it goes in a little bit because we don't have the adhesive to be able to stick it to the frame. So when you're pressing the buttons, sometimes you can feel a little bit of a dip. But it's nothing too bad. I wouldn't put that as the same difficulty level as what the top LCD replacement was, but it was still really fiddly. It's the ribbon cables. But again, as always, really enjoyed taking it apart and replacing the bottom screen. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you are new around here and you're enjoying the video and the content, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.